Welcome everybody to Truly Heal. We're here in Germany, snow white Germany, and coming from almost 37 degrees plus to -4 degrees, as you can hear, got me a cold. Now we're here at the Arcadia clinic and we have a 21-day clinic retreat with patients from all over the world, and it's really amazing. It's really beautiful, and as you can see, I'm recharging here with my PEMF device right in my back, and I found a few moments here alone in my room to share with you the concept. We had this presentation with our patients, but it turned out to be a very long discussion, very long talk, so I thought I'll cut it short and take you right to the essence. Now the main concept is that you know our 4 points. And when you look at the image, it's actually 4 points that are laying on top of each other, and they make up our human experience. Now we all know we have that human experience as a physical body. That's what you can touch. That's what gets sick. And then we have the green, habitual body, all our habits, our movements, our life energy. Then we have the red. That's what we think, feel, emotions, all of those things that we believe in. And then we have the spiritual body, which is the yellow body outside around. And the Truly Heal concept is based on those 4 bodies. Every single one of those bodies can become the cause of disease. Now usually it's a combination out of several of those bodies and different points within those bodies that cause disease, but we can determine them very clearly through that program. So the very first step that I would like to take you in and show you, which in the very first stage we use as an evaluation, is the blue body, our physical self. And that's where we look at DNA damage. And what we've put together in our Truly Heal program is a full-on evaluation pack. And that's done with saliva, blood test, stool test, urine test, spot test, all of those things to develop a very clear image on what's wrong with you. Some people have serious problems in one area but not the other. And why would you treat someone general with one fits all if that's not necessary? So the very first part of the Truly Heal program is to evaluate very clearly. And we look at the DNA damage. We have deficiencies. Very simple, zinc, selenium, if they're missing, you can't heal. If you have no B12, you will have depressions and fears and low level of recovery, and that's not working either. So looking at all the deficiency, vitamin D deficiency, and a list of 20 nutrients is number 2. Because that's easy, we can supplement that, we can bring you up nutrition-wise and supplementation-wise, and within no time a recovery can start. Inflammations, really important, because they occupy your immune system to a degree that it doesn't work. It's overwhelmed. And if there is too many inflammations in your body, then we need to get rid of them. And again, it's a very simple treatment program to treat that. And it will instantly give you an energy back that then is able to defeat you or defend you against cancer. Infections, exactly the same thing. We need to look for Helicobacter pylori, for Lyme disease, all of those things that cause an infection and then would occupy your immune system instead of being able to fight cancer. Dysbiosis in the gut, and that's something, you know, we realize more and more and more. There's hundreds of research studies that prove that it's related to autism, it's related to diseases. There is toxic gases that are produced by your gut bacteria, and if you have one predominant which exudes one of those toxic gases, that can cause cancer in the first place, but it also prevents you from getting well. So finding that, evaluating your stool, looking for those dysbiosis imbalances will give us a clear indication on what we can do for you in order to get well. Toxicity, hormonal imbalances, oral infections, really inspecting your mouth, working with a biological dentist to clean that up is absolutely mandatory. And you all know that acidity, an anaerobic, lack of oxygen environment doesn't work. So the treatment is then pretty logic. If I have an anaerobic body, if I have an acidic body, it's very easy to repair that and treat you according. And that might be a completely different treatment than someone who has hormone-related cancer or hormonal problems, or has stress, adrenal fatigue. And that's why we focus so much on that first evaluation and then pinpoint very clearly what kind of treatment suits best to you. And that's what we usually then start towards the end of the first week once we have all the tests back, and definitely in the second and third week to give you full-on treatment which is designed to help you. All right, let's go to the next slide where we look at vital energy. The vital body is to do with all your daily routines. And what we find, and that's something we do often in a group session, where we look through all the habits that we have. And you wouldn't believe what some people believe to be a healthy habit. It's very easy to learn from science and research and observation and also from experience what toxic habits are, what exercise habits are that enhance health and which ones deteriorate health. Dietary habits, which might be really, really negative, or some that increase your well-being. And what we do is we work through a list of all of those different habitual actions that we do every day, and we tick which ones don't fit. And then we turn them and find replacements which bring us the same joy, the same happiness, the same results, but increase our health. Now, even alternative medicine very rarely looks at the mind. And that's one of the specialities here in the house. Looking at your belief structure, your belief system, which then causes, as a result, emotions. Now, if I believe something that makes me happy and that gives me positive results, we don't really need to change that. But if we have feedback from the world, from the outside world, from people that you have to deal with, from your job that you have to solve, if the feedback is negative and you get stress levels back, you get disagreements and anger and frustration and all of those unwanted emotions back, then we need to turn the belief that creates that in the first place. And that's what this program is for. So we look at stagnant beliefs, unhealthy beliefs. We look at judgment, hard judgment that causes non-stop rivalry and anger and frustrations. We look at the resulting emotions, stress, trauma, fear and grief, and chronic conflict. Because we know that the original problem was the belief. It's never anybody or anything, it's the belief that you hold, false expectations and all of those things that then cause the problem. So once we change that belief, all of a sudden the problem disappears. And we see that with every single patient. It's really beautiful. So that brings us to the last step. And again, that's mandatory and really important, because if you don't look at the spiritual body, if you don't look whether a person has actually joy in life and a reason to be here, or something that they would like to make out of their life, why would they like to extend their lifetime? So it's really important that we focus very much on the purpose, on motivation, on balance and stillness, inner stillness, and increase our gratitude for life, even gratitude for our problems. And that's what we do in the spiritual department. Again, first we evaluate, and then we move into treatment. And the treatment is very detailed in group sessions and also individual sessions to resolve those things that maybe make you feel overwhelmed. And once we let go of that, and we give you a new purpose, or you find your own purpose, as soon as you do that, you're off and on your journey to get well. Now, that's the program, and you can see here in this overview, the finding of the cause as the first step is the mandatory part that we need to do to find what makes you sick, and then in the second part, what we can do for you in order to get you well. And that's the whole package that we would like to share with you, either at one of our workshops, and you can go to events, trulyheal.com/events and look at all the workshops that we might hold close to where you live. Free events, one-day workshops, and even 2.5-day coaching retreat, which you can become a Truly Heal coach and use all this information with your clients, all right? Now, just straight go up into the event section and find the event that is closest to you.